Right, good morning. I just read all the comments. There's 40 comments on yesterday's shoot. I haven't answered any. I've read them, and I'd like to say thank you to everybody who said keep your chin up. I haven't replied because I just don't want to get back into that situation I was in yesterday. So I just like to say thank you to everybody. All I can tell you, it's very personal. It's something that just triggers automatically on the 8th of January. And that's all I can really say. When I was working, I used to take the 8th of January off because I'm useless to anybody. Anyway, I want to forget. I might even delete the video. I will be shooting today, and I don't know what I'm going to shoot. I noticed one of the comments said, change your scope. It's a parallax issue. Yeah, okay. When you already use the Zulus, which has got no parallax issues at all, and then you put the T-Eagle on, and the guy says, change your scope. Anyway, today, as I say, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I will be going out in the fresh air and shooting. I'd just like to say to everybody, thank you for your concern. I don't know what really to say. As for the Snow Peak, my opinion on it, I don't know whether it made sense or not, but as I said, it's overpriced, and if it was an accurate gun, not. If it was something you could shoot, aim at the target and shoot it, and get somewhere near it, the gun might be worth it, because we all know what pellets are like, and when we shoot. But when you got in my case yesterday, aim off, and I was aiming off a good 2 inches. To get anywhere near that bullseye, the gun is not worth the price they're asking. I don't know if you can see behind me, I got Carlsberg, and this corner there's some tins, which I was planning on doing beads, the Christmas challenge of mine again. But coming back to the Snow Peak, I personally, myself, I don't mind how it shoots. It's just a challenge for me. I can't advise people to buy things. I don't recommend anything. One person said about my single loader. I got that off eBay. Just type in single loader for Snow Peak AP 900, and that should take you to the link of it. I forget the price of that, about £19, something like that. I think they are a 3D printed item, and sometimes what you have to do is just to drill out the back hole. I mean, I had to do that on one of the Kraul rifles, Kraul single loaders, because the pellet, even the probe, wouldn't go through. So I just drilled that out to around about 6mm, But even so, it's a very, very good item. And as I say, for accessories for that little Snow Peak, it does make it look nice. And but as I said, personally, it's not worth the money. I said many times about when I buy something, if I like the looks of it, I'll buy it, you know what I mean? And as soon as I picked that thing up, it was sold, you know what I mean? I was surprised when I first shot it how badly it shot, but as I said yesterday, it's a challenge, one guy said he's got I think the FAC model, and it shoots perfect. That's good. As I said yesterday, you could pick one of these rifles up, the AP 900s, and find it absolutely perfect. But my one, well, when you've got to shoot 2 inches off just to get near the target, that's a no-go area, you know what I mean? Anyway, but it's just gone straight out of my mind. I go and get that little single loader. This is the single loader for the Snow Peak. Now at the back there you've got a lock, see it? So when you push it in, you just lock it down and that don't move. Oh no, this is the one what I had to drill out. If you notice the hole there, and then the hole here, it's a little bit bigger. I drilled it out to 6mm. So I think it was around about 4.5. I think it was around about 4, maybe 5mm. And of course, when I pushed the pellet, the probe in, it wouldn't come out. It wouldn't go through. So I just drilled it out to 6mm, which maybe it's a little bit too large. It should have been a 5.6 drill bit, maybe, I don't know. And I did say yesterday about all I've done to it is lightened up the trigger and loosened up the shroud. Well, that part's right, but also I did put in that spring, the hammer spring, a lighter hammer spring, which has helped a lot. But the flip down is absolutely gorgeous, you know what I mean? For a 3D printed item, you can hear that click because there's 2 magnets, there's a magnet here and a magnet inside, so when you kind of flick it up to load it, it'll automatically just click down. And here you've got a stopper, so when you push it in, that will stop on the side of the block, and then you just from the other side lock it down so that's in place and it won't move. I'll just go onto eBay and see how much they are. Right, okay, the Stopeak, £18. I can't remember if it's free of postage or what. Yeah, it's £18, free delivery. This will fit the Stopeak 900 and the AP 1000. And so you got, 177 and a 22. Yeah, £18. They're well worth. Well, for me, when I was using the ordinary single loader, dropping it in, the pellet kept on turning around the wrong way. So that, to me, was a good buy. A little bit expensive, I think, but even so, it's someone's had to design it and print it and make sure everything's working. Yeah, very, very good. I did look at another one for one of the viewers. I forgot what rifle they had, and I couldn't find a single loader for it. See, they got the Stopeak P15, which is £16.08, and of course the Stopeak AP 900 and 1000. But for any other Stopeak, I can't find any information on these sort of drop down single loaders. But I like the rifle. I don't care how it shoots. Now, some people are saying about, one person on YouTube said about the port, transfer port. And I don't know what I'm looking at. Yeah, high flow transfer port. If you're thinking about buying it, I wouldn't bother. You know what I mean? Keep the transfer port as it is. Now the transfer port, or what I call it, a high flow transfer port, 1 to 4 mil. So you get, I imagine, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 mil holes in the transfer port. Why they're doing 1, I don't know, because that's the original anyway. But they're doing it for the AP 900, AP 900B, AP 1000 and 1000B. Personally, don't go down that route. You'll just be wasting money. But I have had, it could be the pellet probe. as you push it in, it's damaging the skirt of the pellet. So I'm going to take my pellet probe out and have a look at that. You know, it's really hard to say what's the matter with it. Oh, and the mag hold is what I've got. You know, it can hold 3 magazines, although you get 2 magazines with the rifle. If you want a magazine holder, they cost £21, but they're asking for £3.38 postage. You know. And one of the other good buys I did buy was the Picatinny, not the Picatinny, the bipod, which fits on to the M-LOK. And believe me, that was only £20.99, and that is a fantastic buy. You know, it holds it absolutely perfect. Very tight, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. It's a 5.5 to 9 inch adjustable rifle bipod, directly capable, capability with the M-LOK. £20.99, and once again you got a £3.99 postage. So okay. For just over, well, around about 25 quid, you got a very, very sturdy bipod, which is very good. But all these attachments don't really make the rifle shoot better. Well, it does, but for the bipod, I notice on my old table, the old wobbly one, it slips a bit because I think the tabletop is made of full mica, which is slippery anyway. So what I tend to do is just put a cloth down on it, you know. Yeah. But it's just a shame that the Snow Peak doesn't shoot as good as you would expect it to, you know what I mean? It was £150. It'd be a good buy because it'd be on par with one of the lowest break barrel sort of rifles, because that's what you're getting. That's what it seems like, you know, if you get a break barrel, how you shoot them and how the pellets fly, you know what I mean? But with the recoil on it, comes off target a bit. That's what the Snow Peak's like. Yeah. That's in my opinion anyway. But anyway, as I said, until I get outside, I don't know what I'm shooting, and yeah, I just can't miss going outside and shooting for 30 minutes or so. I just enjoy doing it, then making up the video and posting it, you know. And in fact, over the years it's done me a great favour because I've met so many good people. One of the remarks this morning said about don't take no notice of, you know, the nutters what comments badly. It's what happened yesterday was nothing to do with comments at all. It's just a nightmare I get once a year. Anyway, yeah, I'd just like to say thank you to everybody. I appreciate everything you're saying to me. I sometimes don't make sense when I'm talking. This emotion I got at the moment is because of your kindness, and nothing to do with yesterday. I'm getting so sentimental in my old age. Yeah. Yeah. As you notice, I've had a shave. I only done it because I only had a shave because I kissed my wife yesterday, and she said it was like having a porcupine trying to kiss her. How she knows that, I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, okay, so I'll see you outside, okay? See you later, bye. And thank you.